Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel in Programming Knowledge Prime. So in the previous session we will discuss about the only for loop. So in this session we will discuss about the nested for loops, or you can say the for loop inside the for loop. Okay. So what is the nested for loop? It is nothing but there is a two for loops. Sorry. So there is a two for loops inside a for loop. It means that one for loop is inside the another for loop. Okay. So one for loop is inside the braces of the another for loop. So what is the nested for loops? I will show you. Suppose, okay. So it is the only for loop. Sorry. So it is a single for loop. Okay. If you see in the screen, so it is a single for loop. Okay. But here, if I write, so it is called the nested for loops. So the statement block, what is the nested for loop? So it is the inside, it is called the inner for loop, and the outer for loop is called the outer loop. Okay. So the outer for loop is called the outer loop. Okay. So what is the statement block of a for loop lies the completely inside the another for loop. Okay. So the statement block of a for loop lies completely inside the block of another for loop. This is referred as nested for loop or the nested for statement. Any number of for loops the for statement can be nested. There is no restriction number of times. Like if you nesting the three for loops, if you nesting the four for loops, sorry, suppose if I write the another for loop, okay, it is, so there is no problem. So there is no restriction to add more for loop inside a for loop. Okay. So it is depending on your program. Okay. So in the pattern printing, we are use the more for loops, more nesting for loops. Okay. So note that the block marks, or you can say the curly brackets, the opening brace and the closing brace can be omitted if there is only one statement in the one statement block. Remember this point. So note that the block marker, or you can say the curly braces, means the opening brace and the closing brace can be omitted if there is only one statement in this block. Okay. So if you write only one statement, because the if you write a for loop, if statement, else statement, so after this statement, if you write a single statement, the what you can write, a single statement is considered that the underlying compiler consider it as a, it is the inside this for loop or if else statement. Okay. So but if you write inside the for loop, if you write a block of statement, so in this case you must write the parenthesis, or you can you must write the opening brace and the closing brace, and inside the opening brace and the closing brace you write your statements. Okay. And otherwise the compiler treated the other statement, oh, inside the next statement of this for loop, okay, as the statements are considering as the outside of this for loop. Okay. So please note this point. Okay. So this is about the nested for loops, because it is very important. So our next topic is the do while loop. We are known that the for loop is called the entry control loop, because until the at first the underlying compiler checks the condition. After checking the condition, it will enter the loop. Okay. After checking the condition, it will enter this loop. Okay. So our next topic is the do while loop. So what is the do while loop? The do while loop is also called the exit control loop. Why it is called the exit control loop? We at first we see the what is the structure of the do while loop. So it is the structure of the do while loop. Why the do while loop is called the exit control loop? Because at first the loop at first if you see here, after entering this loop, then the condition will check. So the condition does not check at the initial point or at the first. After entering the loop, then condition is checked. Okay, so it means that the loop, okay, the loop will the loop will continue, or you can say the loop will run at least one. The loop will run at least one. Suppose if your condition, suppose if I equal to 0, suppose the condition is mm, I value is greater than 1. Oh, sorry, I value is greater than n. So if the condition is true, because I value is 0, but 0 does not greater than 9. No, it's not. So, but if I write a print statement and printing this, if I write the same condition and the same initialization in the for or while loop, so we the flow of control does not enter this loop. But here, after enter the loop, then the condition will check. The condition will check at the last. At the last, if you see here, at the last the condition will check. So the loop will run, or the loop will execute at least one. The loop will execute at least one. Okay, so the loop will execute at least one. If you see here, terminating the semicolon is mandatory. If you does not write the semicolon, the compiler will generate an error, or the compiler will gives you an error message. Okay, so after this, so it is called the do while loop. Sorry. So let us stop here. Okay, so in this next session we will discuss about the while loop. Okay, thank you to all of you. Please subscribe my channel, and please comment me. And if you subscribe me, so it will be motivated me to make more videos in this C language. Okay, so please subscribe me. And I know there are some problems here, but I try my best to give you the best output. Okay, so thank you to all of you to watch my channel.